The cost of convenience. Convenience does not free you. It conditions you to expect everything. The widespread influence of convenience in modern society is underestimated. While it lacks the allure of subconscious desires and economic common sense, convenience wields unparalleled power in shaping individual lives and economies. Particularly America, convenience appears as a supreme value, driving decisions and overshadowing personal preferences. Convenience not only steers individual choices, which are mostly indulgent, but it also shapes the larger economy, especially technology. While it enhances life's ease, it conflicts with cherished ideals. It promises to ease struggles that interfere with life's meaning, constraining us in subtle ways and making us a slave to pursue even more conveniences. The concept of convenience emerged in the late 19th and 20th centuries, introducing labor saving devices and heralding an era of liberation from drudgery. It promised to grant leisure and freedom for self cultivation, the development of one's mind or capacities through one's efforts. Once only the domain of the elite to the general populace, the downside was becoming conditioned to expecting that these conveniences would always be there. Initially perceived as a utopian ideal, convenience evolved alongside technological advancements. The first wave focused on easing physical labor, while the second wave epitomized individuality and self expression. This shift towards personalization shaped technologies like playlists, social media, and one click solutions, minimizing mental effort in decision making through critical thinking. The willingness to pay for convenience led to a societal expectation of everything being easy, pursuing tasks to perform this as a standard. Paradoxically, individualization technologies like Facebook homogenized expressions of individuality. Yet being human involves confronting challenges. A life that is devoid of obstacles and risk strips away experiences of depth and meaning. The cult of the convenience fails to acknowledge that difficulty is intrinsic to the human experience. It causes our journey here to lack spontaneity and excitement. Allowing expectations to dominate our lives compromises our freedoms as we trade one for the other. When life becomes too easy, the tyranny of small, effortless tasks consume our time, replacing meaningful pursuits with redundancy. Embracing inconvenience consciously becomes crucial. It's in the pursuit of hobbies, self expression, and challenges where true individuality resides, fostering character and teaching valuable lessons about the world and ourselves. The call to resist the stupefying power of convenience is a reminder to find joy in slow, difficult tasks. The willingness to choose inconvenience is a shield against total conformity, preserving the essence of true individuality and the richness of human experiences, returning us to freedom from the constraints that convenience imposes. The world we live in now will restrict many conveniences. There will be multiple reasons for this, mostly the cost of having the conveniences that we have become accustomed to will be out of reach for many people. So start retooling yourself now for the inconveniences that are building. By thinking for yourself, taking back your personal power, and reclaiming your freedom from standardizations that limit your choices in exchange for convenience. Once you break free from the consequences associated with conveniences, your life will take on an entirely new meaning. Okay, and now I'm going to read from the little book. This is How to Live a Guided Life, First Steps. And this is, I think this is chapter 6, A Life of Consequences. Kind of ties into this one. And this is from the guides. You were born into a life of consequences. Everyone who chooses to incarnate accepts these consequences before they get here. These consequences can be as different as being born with a silver spoon in your mouth or born into abject poverty. Both existences have consequences that must be recognized and faced before a person discovers who they are and why they came here. Both people in these examples will go through life with a desire and urge to find the answers to those most important questions of who they are and why they're here. It's not difficult or easier for either person. It is many times a life of struggle to discover something that deep inside they know is there. That's because before they got here, it was already there. It's the before life you came from that implants this urge deep inside you to discover yourself. People, however, spend their lifetime chasing things they believe will make them who they are, when who they really are, they brought with them on that very first day. And this is from me, how it works. Consequences are the price of being here. Knowing this, you can remove a lot of confusion about your choices because there will be consequences when both good and bad things happen. Your choices are loaded with consequences, whether you make them or let someone make them for you. When you are prepared to face what shows up, you should expect consequences. Don't let that scare you. With all this sorted out, you can get to know who you are and why you are here without feeling guilty about the inevitable consequences. Okay. And just remember, you have help. You are never alone and always being guided.